Hey, my name is Chacha.
Hey, my name is Janice.
I'm from France.
I'm American.
And this is
The American French Show.
You know, guys, It's our maybe like 7 episodes or something like that. You begin to understand.
I think it's
The
like
gimmick.
12th now.
What?
Yeah.
No, she didn't drink and she didn't smoke, but I don't know what happened to her. It's not the 12th episode, guys. We can ask a producer right here. Is it? See? Nope.
It's fine. I just file management and name all of the files as they come through.
Ooh, that's a thing. So now
Anyway,
that
today's topic.
Yep.
Now that we're on somewhat of our like 8th episode. Even though the
Something
8th
like
episode
that.
is I'm gonna be me regardless. The 7th one is Elon Musk. The 6th one is Miley Cyrus.
Look at her searching. Okay. Just let's go with the topic, shall we?
Let's go.
Let's go.
So we're gonna talk about Lizzo.
Yep, and we're gonna
Are
talk
you
about
ready?
Oh, I put my hands on, keep my nails. Baby, how you feeling? Feeling good as hell. Okay, she didn't follow it.
Well, I was trying to remember how Rumors goes. Maybe
All
the
the
room-
rumors are true. Yeah. No. Okay,
Yeah.
I'm so bad.
Yeah.
Live it up. So to begin with, we wanted to talk about not body shaming and not
Body positivity,
Yeah.
body shaming, somewhere in the middle of it. Basically, just being comfortable in your own skin.
Yeah, because Lizzo lost it lately, and she's the queen of the body positive,
Right.
and
She's been having a little bit of
a little bit of a struggle. Yeah.
she's been going through it with it.
Yeah, we saw her on different videos on internet that we're gonna put you
We did it at the same time.
right here and right here, where she actually oh my
Addresses
God.
the real
She was
part
like,
of it. Yeah.
Like,
Her insecurities, what she struggles with, the fact that
no, I'm
even
not
though
talking. No, I was talking about when she was actually doing the body positivity to people.
oh, we're gonna put the videos up of when
Yeah.
she's actually positive.
Yeah.
and-
She was like, when she began, she was all positive. All her song
right. Yeah.
was about the
Yeah.
positive attitude, and we can also think that it's like something that it's easy for her because of a lot of different.
That's how she presents herself.
Yeah.
So
And-
everyone just thinks, oh yeah, well it's easy for her. She's comfortable in her own skin.
And she had all those TikToks and all those things
Yeah.
that prove that she was like, hey, if you don't like me or if you don't mind your fucking own business, you know what I mean?
Well,
And
then like fuck you.
yeah, we're gonna put
Go somewhere else.
some little clips here and there to show you. So we knew Lizzo like this, but lately she's been
very honest.
yeah.
Honest about her struggles with it, honest about society's expectations for her, the fact that she goes home and still is insecure about it, even though she's known to be someone who's very, very positive and
Yeah.
literally the poster child for body positivity.
Yeah, and that led to a question, and I ask you that question. Do you think that at one point, even the best person, the queen of the positive attitude, can go back to their demon
Oh,
because of the
100%.
crowd? And do you think it's a good thing, or does that show that actually it's a disease to be like
Right.
I can't say fat, but like bigger than the normal? And I feel like that lead to something for me. It's not something that just go like this. Like
I think it's always going to come up. I think everything in life that you deal with challenge-wise is always going to come up in different points of your life that you struggle with. And, they say the same thing about any sort of addiction, any sort of trauma, any sort of thought in yourself. I think that you gain confidence because you've worked hard to fight and battle it, but you're still always battling it.
But there's so many girls that actually want to have that kind of body type because nobody have the same body type. Like I see it, like we don't have the same body type
Right.
at all. And I am how exactly I should be for me. And I don't know how you feel on your body, but I feel like I am normal. I can lose weight. A lot of people ask me to lose weight for different project topics, blah blah blah, like
Yeah.
whatever. And I feel good in myself, but I feel like the weight of society sometimes get me. And I don't know if it's because Lizzo has so much pressure, or it's because just like the society is not like just only pressuring her, but there are also worries because for them in their mind,
It associates it with unhealthy.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That you see the difference between those two things, right?
Right.
And so I feel like in France, we don't have, for example, that kind of ideal feminine
Body type.
ideal as artists.
Right. Well, also in France, the Renaissance was there too, and there's the portraits and art of people that have realistic body types. There's not like that picture perfect Victoria's Secret model that's super super skinny and doesn't, you know what I mean, that unrealistic expectation.
Wow, Victoria's Secret was made by a guy who was in
Ohio.
Everybody know that story.
It's just Victoria's Secret. Anyway.
Gosh. So yeah, I think that it's a topic because in France we don't have that much, like, it's not that we don't have that much struggle.
Well, you have high fashion, you have models, you have that same style, but it's not the
is it better, is it worse?
Right.
I don't want to like compare it like that, but I feel like we don't have that kind of model, so we don't have that kind of body positive.
Right.
When I say kind of model, for the French people who watched, we don't have like a superstar that have that body type, because there's some emergent artists that can relate to, but it's like really beautiful bodies, like Kim Kardashian kind of body type bodies. It's not a Lizzo.
Natural curves.
Exactly.
And natural.
Yeah. I never see like a
right
Lizzo body type in our country. Like, if I, like, maybe I'm too old for this shit, but like I don't see any like.
Well, so where, and try to follow me on this, but where my mind goes with all of that is in France, you're a lot more health conscious. There's a lot more healthcare out there. You care a lot more about walking from place to place. You have sparkling water and regular water readily available at water fountains. You care about the ecosystem. You care about the portions of food. Like, you genuinely care about people's health first, rather than it being a agricultural built society that's commerce is built off of farming and things like corn and production and, you know, all of that.
We actually have the opposite problem.
Right.
We have a lot of people that actually are very skinny and they still think that they're not normal. Like, they want to be skinnier and skinnier just because they don't think that. And
in France, they say that everything is like, in America is even is bigger. Yeah, like the portions are bigger. McDonald's is bigger. Like the
and
mini
there's so many more sugar and everything,
right?
And oil. Oh my god! Even on the tomato, they have oil, and you're like, oh, already seasons. Thank you. Like, seriously, you're like, there's some good farms in Malibu and everything. Like, but wow, yeah.
So I think a lot of it too has to go with the culture and what the diet is and how it literally feeds what the image is supposed to be. And so, you know, I think that as well, there's a lot of.
So for you, the image goes with the culture kind of thing.
Yeah.
So you have.
It's easy.
More people like Lizzo. I take Lizzo because we take her, and I'm so sad for her that she have to go through this, but I feel like it's a reality of people in US compared to France in a way.
Well, you sent me that clip as well, and we'll cut to that, about how Walmart has now its organic section is being overtaken by byproducts of unhealthy foods, and it's like every single aisle is now like a byproduct of that, and that's because of the overproduction in it, right? Like there's it's the way that the government spends its money and allocates its money towards farmers and agriculture, and feeding overproduction of the land rather than caring about people's health first. And there's a clear line now. I feel like it's creating a clear line in society of the difference of people who can't afford things that are organic and the Whole Foods, farmers market, Erewhon, all of that diet versus like what's readily available for the cheaper.
I also noticed when I arrived here, the water is more expensive than some Diet Coke here. And I was like, what is going on? Like, I was happy because I love.
Whereas they give away free sparkling water in water fountains in Europe and France.
Yeah. Like, they actually, like, there's everything, like, a lot of things are for free.
Right.
Like, water is for free in France. And people are very aware of hydro flask because of a lot of, people use hydro flasks and stuff like that. So like it's not even
waste
just,
and
yeah. And here it's like I see a lot of people having Diet Coke on their cars and just like live it on their cars. But I don't want to make so in this episode, what is going to be hard for me to really explain is that I don't want to say that US are obese, French is not, and US have bad like disease and French don't have. It's not about this, it's more about how do you approach the body positivity and how you approach also the danger of being a little too much body positive, because a lot of people are like, oh my God, I'm so like this, I don't give a fuck and everything. It's a sickness at one point. You can have a real symptoms of
like body dysmorphia,
like a lot of different too much sugar on the blood and stuff
diabetes
like,
and
it's a real disease. Like it's not something like, oh, she's just fat and he's like
and
super
that's
skinny.
Universal. All
it's
humans are subjected to that. They're
exactly. So I don't want people to be like, oh my God, see how she's like like shaming her or them. I feel like Lizzo, he might be in a great shape because I saw how
she works out.
She's in shape. She just it might be her body type, and I'm sure that's why it's so hurtful for her, because I feel like she will never be slim. I will never be slim. I will never be like, and some girls who are very skinny won't never be like big,
bulky or thicker.
You know
curvy.
what I mean?
Yeah.
And so my question is, when is the body positivity toxic for the person? Because at one point, like body shaming and body positivity are toxic in a way.
Bringing it, 100%. Like you can't, I think it's good that there's an example of each, but like, for example, like when it comes down to Lizzo specifically, she struggles with it too, and she is literally the poster child, right? So it's like everybody struggles with it. Everyone's going to have their issues with it. It's now not even a conversation of like, when is it too much anymore? It's the fact that it's out there and being aware of it, and then learning how to be comfortable with yourself.
Yeah, embrace it.
With the right role model.
Exactly.
And I think that that's a lot of what Lizzo is doing as well, is speaking to the fact that like, yes, I am comfortable here, but now I'm changing a little bit and I want to be comfortable here, and I still struggle with it, and it's very, 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 very real to struggle with it constantly.
Yeah, because no matter what, people will always say something bad about you, like to you. Kendall Jenner said that. She was like, every time that I say or do something, they will always find a way to.
Right. Someone's going to rip you down either way. So it's now a matter of finding the right role model that fits where you're comfortable and sticking with that and being comfortable and moving forward with that.
Yeah. And I feel like the body. Go for it.
There's toxicity everywhere if you look for it and if you let yourself feed into it.
I just wanted to, if some girls or some guys are watching this episode, just ask yourself, do I feel good with myself if nobody was looking at me? That's the point for me, where it's going to be toxic or not.
I need to remind myself of that more too, because honestly, like I work out a lot, and I've worked out a lot in the last like year, and even then, like even then, so like I work out, and I'm probably in some of the best shape that I've been in a long time, and I used to like. In high school, I was an athlete. I worked out. I did a lot of different things. And then I wasn't paper thin. And now my dad thinks that like I'm thick and I'm fat because I'm not paper thin, but I'm actually very, very healthy. So it's like, it's a confusing thing. And like for me, when I work out, I don't work out because I need to look a certain way, although it does still get to me like constantly every day. I make peace with it if it's like, oh, did you work out because you wanted to feel good and you feel better about how you feel today, not just exactly how you look, because especially with women, your body changes minute to minute, hour to hour, top of the day, end of the day.
Like, you know.
Yeah.
Like
your metabolism.
And
exactly.
Like, yeah. I feel like what, to go back to Lizzo, I feel like what is beautiful with her is that she knows her body type. She knows that she wants to be like this. She also knows that she is going to like train herself because she doesn't do tour in a bad shape. Let me tell you this.
That girl works.
Is working on us. Like, I mean, like, so don't, like, there's a comparison, like, between, like,
comparison trap.
Yeah. Between, like, stuff. And I feel like a lot of people don't understand that it's not because you have that body type that you are in good or in a bad health. Meaning some people are so normal. You can see them like they're like normal, like, you know, not too skinny, not too
they're just
big.
Right.
They're just right. But they eat so bad. They don't do exercise. They're like smoking maybe. They're like,
or they're on drugs.
Exactly. Their health are awful, and nobody say anything to those people just because of the physics. So never forget this. That's why I wanted to say that to our audience. Please look at you and just not look at your physics. Look at you are with yourself at that moment, and notice if it's okay or not okay, because never forget that the body go with also your emotion and your mental health. So I feel like Lizzo lost it, but I feel like she is a tough ass bitch, and she's gonna go through this, and she's gonna kill it. And I have no doubt it might be like a little moment of down, but I feel like because of this video,
you have to have your lows to have your highs.
I feel like we have to put an highlight that it's a struggle, because she's like always watched and she's always pressured about this, and for her it's might be awful to struggle that much,
because she's human, just as anybody else.
To let people understand that it's her type, a body type, or how she wants to be, and nobody have to say anything about her, about what she is. And that just like a little reminder of a grandma, of Chacha grandma, you know, like just
Chacha grandma.
Be fucking healthy, guys, because in French compared to here, it's kind of like
it's hard.
We can't compare. But
they don't give you all the options to do that. It's just so readily available. But if you want it, you should. And everyone, you know,
it's
you
little
have the
things
resources
that can,
there, so look into it and make sure you're comfortable with yourself.
Let's say that it's little thing can change everything. Like a lot of people told me, but I am like this, or I'm like this, or I'm like this. You can always have little changes.
Yeah. I drink water with every meal instead of
just
drinking
take the
soda.
stairs, and I don't take the elevator. I try to walk, like little things.
I remember one year for New Year's resolution, someone was like, don't eat the last bite is my New Year's resolution, because I always overeat. And I was like, shoot, mine's going to be always finish the last bite, because I never finish my meals. It's it's very different from person to person, but you know.
Oh, and it's very different from country to country. And I put my finger like this because I am very into it. Like, I feel like the body positive goes also with what we want and what our body expectation are. But I feel like in Africa, in India, in China, in Korea, it's not the same. Like, people want like white skin, they want slim, like, body and stuff like that. So that's different. We talk like
with
I
geishas, you're supposed to have white skin because it promotes a certain level of hierarchy that you don't go outside and get tan, versus in California or in the States, you're supposed to be tan because it shows that you have leisure of life, that you're out to go. You're able to go out and enjoy the sun.
Yeah, so
it's different for each country. Just be healthy and be happy with yourself.
So we go back on the box and just like tell that for US and France, it's like this. Anyway, tell us your struggle on comments. We will love to help you. We're not therapists, but if we can help, we're here. And let us know what you think about Lizzo and other people, like, I don't know, maybe Sam Smith. We have a lot to talk about it. We love you very much. Follow, subscribe.